Greetings everyone, this is the master of classic vehicles. Today, I'd like to recommend to you a motorhome that comes at a rather modest price point, priced at just 1.4 million euros. Because in my view, any vehicle priced under 1 million would hardly match the status of our distinguished audience. Alright then, let's turn our attention to today's true star, the 2025 Denver Large Garage Motorhome. Inside the rear garage of this motorhome, it can accommodate a car measuring between 4 and 4.5 meters in length. When it comes to Denver motorhomes, there are 2 additional versions available, including the small garage motorhome and the mid-sized garage motorhome. The smallest version can only fit a motorcycle or a bicycle. As for the mid-sized version, it is capable of carrying a compact Mercedes smart car. Now, let's take a closer look together at the 2025 Denver Large Garage Motorhome in its entirety. This vehicle is often referred to as a super yacht on land. It is built upon the Mercedes 3X Actros truck chassis. Power comes from a Mercedes 12.8-liter diesel engine, producing a maximum output of 530 horsepower. Fuel consumption is approximately 20 liters per 100 kilometers. The fully loaded gross vehicle weight reaches 26 tons. In terms of dimensions, the vehicle measures 12 meters in length, 2.5 meters in width, and 4 meters in height. As for the interior space, when standing inside the cabin, the ceiling height reaches to 0.05 meters. Next, we move into the driver's cabin. Because it uses a truck chassis, the front section of the vehicle, essentially, looks very similar to that of a standard truck. The difference is that the truck's original rear sleeping area has been fully opened up and integrated with the storage space. As for the original bed area at the rear, it has been converted into 2 passenger seats. From the driver's perspective here, on both the left and right sides of the vehicle, camera-based digital rear-view mirrors are installed. This allows the driver to more easily monitor the blind spots around the vehicle. In addition to the digital rear-view mirrors, the vehicle is also equipped with a 360-degree camera system. As a result, parking becomes extremely convenient, allowing the driver to clearly see the entire vehicle, covering every blind spot at each corner. To check whether any obstacles are present, many experienced and detail-oriented drivers will notice the design of this vehicle's 4-step entry staircase. This layout is also intended to maintain a completely flat floor inside the cabin. That way, the engine position within the truck does not create a raised section in the center of the floor. In fact, this motorhome is also available in a version with 3 slide-out sections. However, what we are seeing today is the 2 slide-out configuration. Both slide-outs are located at the midpoint of the vehicle. Essentially, this design extends outward the sofa area and the cabinetry section once all slide-outs are fully extended. The entire interior offers an impressive total floor area of 30 square meters. What's more, from underneath, the slide-out rails are not visible, thanks to a carefully concealed design. This allows the vehicle to maintain a clean and visually appealing exterior. On some other slide-out designs, the exterior, especially underneath, often leaves the slide rails fully exposed. In addition, the entire body shell is constructed from aluminum alloy. This means you don't need to worry about exterior corrosion. Next, let's take a look at the equipment bay and the storage compartments. First, on this side, you'll find the inverter and power control compartment. At the far right, toward the front, there is also a water valve control unit. Compared to the previous generation, this layout is more centralized. grouping the inverter and electrical systems together. The earlier generation appeared somewhat cluttered, whereas this time, it feels as though the entire power system has been secured in one dedicated location. Here, you'll find a storage compartment that runs from left to right. Many people don't immediately understand the benefit of this left-to-right pass-through design. The advantage is that it allows you to store long items, especially on a truck of this size, where equipment such as antenna reception systems can be neatly housed inside. That way, even when you're deep out in the wilderness, you can still easily receive signals from the satellite network. In addition, at the rear, you'll notice a flexible hose. Once this hose is pulled out, it can be connected directly to a municipal water supply. So when the vehicle is parked at a campsite, the interior systems can rely on city water and external electrical hookups. Opening this compartment, you'll find several lithium battery packs. However, the presenter did not specify the exact total electrical capacity of these batteries. He only mentioned that they can be charged by the truck's engine, as well as by an auxiliary generator. At the same time, the roof is fitted with solar panels. According to the vehicle's design, relying solely on solar charging is sufficient to power the onboard electrical systems during normal use. Still, to prepare for all situations, it is also equipped with a 4.5 kilowatt generator. Here, you can see part of the vehicle's hot water system. This motorhome is also fitted with a 1,000-liter freshwater tank, along with a 460-liter gray water tank and a 400-liter black water tank. In addition, the freshwater tank itself is equipped with an ultraviolet sterilization system. This means that any water filled into the tank can be used with complete peace of mind. Next, let's take a look at the rear garage. In fact, compared with the earliest generation, the biggest change in this garage is the design of the lower platform. In the early versions, two manually placed guide rails were used. You would drive the vehicle onto the rails, attach a winch at the front, then use an electrically controlled system to pull the vehicle inside, before finally retracting the ramp back in. With the current design, there is a single flat loading platform. All you need to do is drive the car onto it, line the vehicle up straight, and securely fasten the wheels. After that, the entire platform simply retracts inward. And when the vehicle is being loaded inside, it's not a completely hands-off process. You also need to raise the rear sleeping section, which is the main bed in the truck's master cabin, lifting it upward. By doing so, the overall garage space gains additional vertical clearance, making it possible to store taller vehicles. After all, not every car is a convertible, as everyone's preferences are different. Now let's step fully into the interior to see what unique features await inside. Some people might feel that a garage like this isn't very practical. But just imagine this. When you park the vehicle at a campsite or at a resort, whenever you feel like heading out, you can simply drive a small car out from the rear to explore freely, which is incredibly convenient. Once inside the full interior space, the front to rear open walkway layout, combined with the ceiling lighting design, creates a very comfortable atmosphere. The lighting blends seamlessly into the ceiling as a whole. Now let's take a look at the kitchen area, with the slide-outs fully extended. Here, you can see the cabinetry, because the lower section is finished in black. It gives the impression that the entire interior feels even more spacious, with a subtle sense of visual depth. Above the cabinetry is the sink, while the drawers below provide storage. These are mainly used to store utensils, as well as plates and tableware. As for these items, they are currently just neatly arranged inside the motorhome. But if you were truly living and traveling in this vehicle, dedicated retention slots would still be necessary to keep everything securely in place. All of these drawers are equipped with soft close dampers, so opening and closing them feels extremely smooth. And once shut, there's no rattling at all. Here, you'll find a compact oven. And earlier in the frame, there was another cabinet that closely resembles an oven in appearance. Inside, you'll notice the lighting right away. That piece right there is a wine cabinet for red wine storage. Now let's start by taking a look at the sofa area. Here you will find a lift table that can both rotate and rise. You can turn it to whatever position feels right for you. Set it at a comfortable angle. And on top of that, the height can be adjusted up or down freely. That's honestly pretty impressive. And over there, you're seeing all the windows in this cabin. All of the curtains are electrically controlled. What's more, you don't even need to walk over here just to press a switch to operate them. The entire system is built with smart home technology. There's a tablet that handles all the controls. Whether you're inside or outside the cabin, wherever you are, you can activate different functions with ease. As for the interior design of this motorhome, it was handled by a company from Italy, a firm that specializes in luxury yacht design. So many of the interior details you see here are inspired by the styling of yacht interiors. When it comes to the fridge and freezer, this unit is full-size. It offers a total capacity of 224 liters. It really feels like home, almost like being in your own house, with everything within reach. At the rear of the vehicle, two seats can rotate backward, expanding the main living space in the center and creating a more relaxing area. In addition, the layout of these four seats clearly tells you that this vehicle is designed for no more than 4 passengers. When the vehicle is in motion, everyone on board is not allowed to stay in the living area. They must remain seated here instead and wear their seat belts. Here you can see the driver's seat and the overhead setup whenever needed. This seat can be folded down. The 2 front seats can also fold backward. This opens up the vertical space under the roof, allowing the hidden bed in the ceiling to be lowered smoothly from above. The bed measures 1.8 meters by 2 meters. Its length is generous and comfortable. It makes full use of the driver's cabin space, especially the area above, fully meeting everyday living needs. This space comfortably accommodates for people, because at the rear of the vehicle, there is a main sleeping area. In this space, lying down to sleep is more than sufficient. If you want to stand fully upright inside, that wouldn't really be possible. However, there is enough room to lie back and even sit upright comfortably, which is already quite good. On this side, there are additional storage cabinets as well. As for these racks used to hold tableware, at the moment, they mainly serve a display purpose. Later on, if you drive over rough terrain, they would need to be secured more firmly. Some motorhome designs nowadays have switched to different fastening methods, such as magnetic attachments. However, those systems require specially designed tableware, which makes them relatively expensive. Here you can see a cover panel for the cabinet. It completely conceals the sink, turning it into a flat countertop. And beneath it is another red wine cabinet. Now let's continue further toward the rear of the vehicle. These two handrails on both sides do take up a bit of space. If they were designed to be hidden or made foldable, that would be a better solution. Once this hatch is opened, you'll find the main control panel inside. From here, you can control every area of the vehicle. Below that, there's also a remote controller, along with a small portable tablet. From here, you can manage the electrical system, the water system, as well as the air conditioning and heating. As for this vehicle, it is actually equipped with underfloor heating. At the same time, it also has both warm air and cooling systems. These systems can be used in different combinations. Here, you'll also find a hidden door. When it's fully closed, it separates this area from the rear living space. However, there is one downside to this design. When you're in the main living area, if this door is closed, you won't be able to access the rear bathroom. Over here is a drying area. This is where you can hang freshly washed clothes, allowing them to air dry after spinning, allowing clothes to dry much faster. Because this vehicle is not equipped with a dryer, but instead comes with a washing machine. When the sliding door on this side is opened, you'll find the sink and the toilet inside. The size here is full scale, and the overall space feels very generous. The sink is located right here. In fact, many motorhomes reduce the size of the sink in order to make room for the shower and toilet. But this vehicle cleverly adopts a foldable sliding door design. This does not refer to the entrance door, but rather to the shower area, where a hidden foldable sliding door is installed. So when you're using the shower, you can borrow space from the outer walkway, as well as from the toilet area. And when there's no need to wash and no need to shower, you can have this entire area fully folded away by the hidden sliding door. That way, when using the toilet, the space feels especially open. Even when standing inside, the height is sufficient, with no feeling of confinement at all. As for this type of hidden glass shower door, there is one drawback. After each use, you must remember to fold it away. Otherwise, this component has no electronic locking mechanism. Once the vehicle is moving, there's no telling when it might break. As for some cabinet doors and other fixed doors throughout the vehicle, they are equipped with electronic locks. Once the vehicle is started, these electronic locks automatically secure the doors in place. Here you'll find a compact toilet. So now the entire bathroom area has been fully shown to you. Next, let's continue moving further back. This is the main sleeping area. According to the manufacturer, the main bed here measures 1.6 meters by 2 meters. If you truly need more space and feel that this bed isn't wide enough, you can fully open up the right-hand side. Like the passageway space where the presenter is standing now, this bed can be transformed into a large bed measuring 2 meters by 2 meters. On this truck, there are a total of 2 televisions installed. One is located in the living area, measuring 50 inches. The other television is in this bedroom, and it measures 55 inches. It's the black frame section you're seeing now, the area within that frame. And at the very rear of the vehicle, aside from the electric curtain on the left. At the far end, you can see a large panel of black glass. Behind it, there is actually an electrically operated wardrobe. Its left-hand right opening motion is also controlled electronically. At the head of the bed, you can control the opening and closing of the curtains on both sides. At the same time, there are auxiliary bedside lights. However, in the design of this truck, the placement of the rear bed has a rather significant flaw. Specifically, the sleeping position on the left side is extremely close to the window when sleeping there at night. It can feel particularly cold in winter. To compensate for this issue, the manufacturer installed a heater beneath the window. So, when you lie here to sleep, you won't really notice cold air coming in from the window. Speaking of beds positioned close to windows, many people at home share the same experience. If a bed is too close to a window, sleeping in winter can indeed feel quite cold. As for the space beneath the bed, it isn't particularly large, because part of that space is allocated to the garage below. Behind the bed. Let's now take a look at the rear, at the large wardrobe. This setup also adds a bit of additional storage space. As for these electrically powered mechanisms, all one can really say is that the money was spent. They're not necessarily much more practical. After all, this is a vehicle priced at over 1 million euros. If it didn't come loaded with this many features, would it really be worthy of being shown at all? As for today's video, we're just about at the end. If you enjoyed what you saw today, we'd truly appreciate it if you could leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, and save the video. And before we wrap things up, let's take one last look at this vehicle in motion.